3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading at number 998. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support it, you can do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome and thank you very much for your support, as well as your presence during this reading. So as I was finishing up saying that little intro or whatever, I saw the number 111 on the timer, which if you've been around, you know that that number for me is about trust. Trust in yourself. And this can also be a message for me to trust in myself. There could be someone or something where, that is stopping you or blocking you from using your voice in one way or form or another, and this reading is here to encourage you to remove whatever is holding you back from being honest and showing up authentically. And if it's fear that's standing in the way, I think it's really important for you to really pay attention to what that fear is trying to tell you. Is it trying to protect you? Or is it trying to limit you? The only person who can best understand what your fear is telling you, at least in a general reading, is you. It's very possible that you could be feeling anxiety or fear because you already know what will happen and it's not in your favor, or you don't know what will happen and you are afraid of the worst possible outcome. I think that's very interesting. Either you know what will happen and that's what scares you, or you don't know what will happen and that's what scares you. The worst possibility. Give me 1 second here. I just needed to turn down the music that I have playing in my headphone, the meditation music. But before I went over to turn down the music, I saw the number 321, which is a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. Regardless of why your fear is there, it's definitely there for a reason. And I feel like it's important for you to reflect and to understand what that reason truly is on a deep psychological and spiritual level. There was something else I wanted to say. Whenever I saw 111, I personally felt that this reading, I felt it a little bit, that this reading was going to be guided. Something feels, what's the word? Significant, I'll say, about this reading. I just looked down the timer, saw number 432, another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to put my full trust into that feeling that this reading is significant for somebody watching this, or many people watching this in particular, for a reason. I think in general, you are being encouraged to explore more what's going on within you and what is going on outside of you, to allow yourself to be more curious and open to the unknown. getting into interpreting the number 998 now. The number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. And as I've been saying in these readings lately, in general, where 99 is always in the front, maybe the year 1999 could be significant for you, or something was 99 cents. I'm also thinking of 99 rows of milk on the wall. You take that however it resonates, if it does. But if you already feel a sense of purpose, or you understand the purpose of your experiences and what you went through, and how it shaped you into who you are, just like when I saw 111 in the beginning, trust yourself. I just feel like there's somebody here watching this that is very aware, and you can trust yourself. But if you don't feel or know this sense of purpose, this is encouragement for you to reflect on your experiences in life and how they are meant to empower you and to teach you to become wise in a way that not only benefits yourself in the long term, but also those around you. I feel that this benefit is more mental, emotional, and spiritual. Maybe that's why it's harder to see or to understand. I think there is guidance here to really not take for granted what there is to learn from your experiences, especially about yourself and other people and our collective potential. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So whatever you decide to let go or walk away from to pursue some purpose, trust that it will pay off. That what you had to lose will be replaced. Not only will you gain wisdom, but I feel like you'll also attract better people, better situations and experiences in life. It really does feel like if it's not now, eventually you will have to depart from someone or something. And this could be more than one person or more than one thing or situation. I feel like you're being called to transform as a person and to allow the following changes that take place in your life to happen. Sometimes we have to break things down and make room to build something new. So while loss can be very hard to deal with and to cope with, there's more. So be patient with yourself and give yourself some time to grieve and to process and to heal and be ready for more. Adding up these numbers, 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26, I believe. Yes. And 2 plus 6 is 8, which I already knew. I was going to get the number 8 because I've been seeing a pattern. So that's confirmation to trust that whatever is lost will be replaced, and to be patient with yourself when it comes to any losses or changes that you are experiencing as a result of your transformation. It feels really good to really talk through that number, 998. I'm definitely going to trust that happened for a reason. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people will resonate with feeling this sense of purpose, letting go of what doesn't serve you and your highest good and the highest good of the collective, and trusting that those losses, those sacrifices will be worth it in the long run. Moving on into the cards, I just got distracted because I got a notification on my computer, which these Bluetooth headphones are connected to, and it was for a notification for the news. So maybe there is something significant here for you about paying attention to the news, or there's a specific story that you're keeping up with, and this is confirmation that you feel called to that story for a reason, or if it's more general, you feel called to keep up with the news for a reason. So moving into the cards now, I'm going to start with drawing out just a couple of cards from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot to see what first wants to come out for you. I did see the number 122 and then 123 on the timer while I was, shuffling and showing those cards. And the number 122 is a reminder that change really does start with you. Why do you think that because you're changing as a person, you're experiencing changes in your life? You do have an impact, and you do matter because of how connected we are and how valuable all of us are individually. 123 is another sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. These changes are happening for a reason. Again, I feel really called to encourage you to explore these reasons, to be curious, to find the answers that you need from within. Maybe sometimes it's outside of yourself because it's more practical, but ultimately trust yourself and believe in yourself when it comes to finding answers and direction in life. So let's go ahead and draw on a couple of these cards. Starting with Death. Well, this is very telling. The Death card has the number 13 on it. I see the number 13 as a sign of good luck and good fortune, especially with the Death card being about a significant ending in your life. I feel like that's just really clear and strong confirmation that it will pay off as long as you stay on this path that led to this loss or this change. I definitely think you could be putting some cycles to an end, and it's going to bring you a lot of peace and a lot of abundance, even if it might take some time. With the number 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. I see that number being about emotional and physical stability, as well as a connection to your ancestors. So you could be breaking patterns that existed, or exist still, probably, in your family line. And your ancestors want you to know that they are proud of you. On a soul level, they are proud of you. And they want to encourage you to keep going, to keep trusting, and to keep believing. Some of these cards fell on the floor, but I'm not going to take them. Let's go ahead and see what the other one is, though. I have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Upright says getting back on track, difficult time, setbacks. When it's in reverse, this is telling me that you're feeling distracted or consumed by the pain and the darkness that comes with change and loss. And that's okay. That's why I told you to be patient with yourself and to give yourself some time to heal, to grieve, to process, and to learn. Allow yourself to be guided by the universe and your spirit guides. This may be a good time for you to pay attention to signs, messages, and synchronicities, spiritual communications that you are receiving from your spirit guides, especially your ancestors. I feel like there's a lot of familial support from the other side, whether you knew them in this life or not. I think your ancestors want you to know that what you're doing is bigger than you, and you should really be proud of yourself. I do want to say that there could have been like a literal death, and that can be, I can only imagine what that feels like. I've never lost anyone close to me, and I don't want to know what that's like. But if you do, my best advice to you is what I've already been telling you. Give yourself some time to grieve and to understand the deeper meaning behind this change or this transition. If you want answers, if you're seeking them out, ask and you shall receive. Ask for guidance and the universe will guide you. I really do believe that. You may feel stuck right now, but I'm being reminded of a card that I have that says, you're not stuck, you're still. So, maybe embracing this stillness, really allowing yourself to be present, could bring you some comfort. And just, again, don't be hard on yourself right now, no matter what kind of change or loss or transition this is. You're allowed to be frustrated and to feel upset, but don't take it out on yourself or those around you. Give yourself a healthy space and avenue to express and process how you feel. This may be an opportunity for you to explore healthier coping mechanisms or just coping mechanisms in general. I'm going to, well, actually, before I do that, I didn't talk about the number 6 on the 6 of Swords. And that is about a choice between self-love and self-destruction. How are you going to choose to move forward from this? Loving yourself in the way that you deserve, or hating yourself in the way that you don't deserve? You don't deserve to punish yourself for things that are outside of your control. And you don't deserve to blame yourself for anything that really is not your fault. I just feel that your spirit guides are really urging you to be kind to yourself at this time, and maybe even treat yourself. You know, be nice. I'm going to start finishing up this reading now, though, by drawing out one of these fortune cards that I got from this Zoltar, this mini Zoltar. For anyone who needs to know, you can literally use anything to communicate with your spirit guides. You can divinate with just about anything. So when it comes to the spiritual communication, do what you truly feel called to. Communicate in the way that you truly feel called. Okay, so I pulled one of these. This is what it looks like. It says, I'm going to try to read this from here. Is it going to work? Okay, it says, you have been granted the card of the elephant. The great ancients have said that the elephant is a symbol of strength, stability, power, and wisdom. This is not to say that such things are only received by a medium as grand as an elephant. This month, wisdom will be delivered to you by the unexpected. Seek wisdom wherever you go, and remember that, quote, he who does not know one thing knows another, quote. And we have lucky numbers 20, 36, 2, 18, 10, and 15. So I do feel like there's a lot to talk about with this card. I'm definitely seeing some synchronicities. I want to talk about the numbers first. The number 18 in particular could be significant for you. I did see it on the timer earlier. I didn't mention it. I wish I did. But yeah, the number 18 could be significant for you. What's standing out to me as well is the number 10, because for me, that one is about the presence of your spirit guides. It's confirmation. And so all of that talk that I've been having about your ancestors and your spirit guides is just confirmation of those messages and their presence and their support for you at this time, not just in this reading, but also in your own environment. An elephant in particular could be significant for you too. I feel like I saw it somewhere. I'm just really feeling like it's significant, but it's very clear in this card. The focus is on wisdom. And so I feel like that's confirmation that there really is truly something to learn from this, no matter what kind of change or death it was or is. Everything you need to learn and to know already exists within you. All you have to do is give yourself the space and the time and the resources that you need to reflect, to connect with your intuition, and to find those answers, to understand those lessons.